Yo, what up? It's your boy Hard8. What's good, everybody? If you missed my last video, the link is down in the description. Facebook group, gamer tags, all that good shit. Definitely down in the description, so go ahead and check it out and use it as you see fit. Now, PlayStation Now is a scam. Sony is being unfair. Sony is being greedy. They're trying to rip us off. This is some of the things you have heard about PlayStation Now. These are some of the statements, these are some of the comments that people are making. Now, the reason why people are making these comments or statements, and this is my opinion, is because I think people assume that PlayStation Now was one thing when it's really another. I think when it first was announced, we all assumed that it was pretty much going to be the answer to backwards compatibility. Well, Sony has come out publicly and said this is not the answer to backwards compatibility. Now, when you listen to that statement, you look at the grand scheme of things, you start to understand PlayStation Now is nothing but a new streaming service that will have a large library of games. It is not the answer to backwards compatibility. See, we all assumed this, even myself, because even at first when I found out that if I already owned the game, I would still have to pay to use it on PlayStation Now, I was like, dang, that's fucked up. Even though I'm not a collector, it wouldn't affect me, I still felt for the people that it would affect. You understand? But at the same time, once Sony made that statement, then I realized what it was all about. This is nothing but a new streaming service that is going to have a wide variety of games that you can choose to pay for on a monthly basis, because it's going to have Netflix-like subscriptions, and it's all choice. It's all choice. If you feel like Sony is being greedy, if you feel like Sony is trying to get over, you don't have to support the service. If you have a lot of games from previous generations, then most likely you have those consoles. So you could just hook those consoles up and play those games, and you don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to pay for anything at all. But just like what some people were saying, it's just like with Netflix. Just because you already own the movie don't mean you can watch it for free on Netflix or Amazon or Vudu or anything like that. You can't be like, hey, Sony, I already own that movie, so I should be able to watch it for free. No. That's not the case. This is a streaming service. You don't have to support it if you don't want to support it. It's that simple. But a lot of people are upset about not being able to get games free that they already own. It's not the answer to backwards compatibility. That sums it up right there. This is an all-new service that they are introducing, and like I said, if you want to support it, support it. If you don't, then don't. You can still carry on and enjoy what you enjoy. You know what I mean? Now, if you want to argue that it's bullshit that the PlayStation 4 doesn't have backwards compatibility to begin with, and Sony didn't add it so we could pay for services like PlayStation Now, then you can definitely argue that until you're blue in the face. You can definitely argue that. But as far as this service go, it's just like Netflix. It's going to be just like Netflix. So you don't get movies free off Netflix because you already own the movie, right? So it's the same thing. You know what I mean? This is just an entirely new service that doesn't have nothing to do with backwards compatibility. And I think that's where everybody went wrong. Everybody assumed PlayStation Now was the answer to backwards compatibility when it's really not. And that's why people were getting upset. But you know, when you look at the grand scheme of the whole thing, you realize, yeah, all right, I see where they're coming from now. You understand? Now, if you don't want to support PlayStation Now, don't fucking support it. That's how you send a message. That's how you send a message. Don't support it. Don't do it at all. But sometimes when you assume, this is the type of shit that happens. You know what I mean? It's just a new streaming service. So, how you feel about PlayStation Now? How do you feel about PlayStation Now? Do you feel like Sony is being greedy? Do you feel like they're being unfair? Sound off down in the comments section. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. But this your boy Hard8, and I'm out. Deuces.
Hey! Hey! New shoes on the Range Rover, good with mine. Motherfuckers act like I